Hello, my darling diamonds in the rough. I am your favorite talking stone, here today with another round of daily puzzles, but with the twist. And the twist is I am in a time crunch. That is right. Right now, I have some wonderful brownies I am baking downstairs that'll be done in roughly 40-ish minutes. So I'm going to do my best to try to speed through this. By speed through this, I mean I've been taking a long while recently, and I shouldn't. So, let us hop right in with our wonderful first game, Wordle. Yes, we are tripping, we are nervous, but we are fine because we have Jazzy on our side. A beautiful starting word for a beautiful starting stone, and we get nothing, absolutely nothing. Plots of land. Can we get something from that? An S! A wonderful S! Maybe... No, I was going to say sheer. Let's go with that. We get an E and an R, okay. That's nice. Can we start with actually, that's interesting. That's really interesting. Because S usually is this at the start of a double consonant letter. Maybe it's... I was going to say usher. Unfortunately, we can't use an H. But we need to keep going. So let's go... Resin. Lovely. And we keep getting one more letter, but it's always in the wrong place. Which is quite strange. Quite strange indeed. Right, so how are we going to start this? I'm assuming N. N-U... Let's assume it's an U. Let's assume that's the additional vowel, because we don't really have another vowel. Nurse. There we go! Nurse, how wonderful. Nurses are great. We love nurses. We respect nurses. We respect essential workers. We respect everyone. But yes, nursing is such an incredible profession. Very hardworking, very strenuous. I could never be a nurse. In addition to my lack of knowledge about anatomy, I also just... I just don't think I can handle the tolls, the emotional, the mental tolls they go through for that long hours of shifts. Well, actually, I'm not a big fan of the 9 to 5. I'm more of a... I think I would enjoy 10-hour work shifts more. Well, I say that, but I've never actually tried a 10-hour work shift. It's more on the 9 to 5 side, but with nurses, with lives on the stake in mind, it's just a mental fatigue that I don't think I can handle. So I really respect people who can, and nurses deserve all our support and love. Shout out to your favorite nurses. Also, I forgot to mention this. I put the music up a little bit louder than usual. Hopefully it's not too loud, otherwise this video might be terrible. But we'll move on to the mini. Alright, as rain, we can begin. State school founded by Thomas Jefferson, UVA. I was holding shift on instinct. But yes, UVA, I remember that because in my, I think, what was it, 6th grade computer class, not even history class, we had to do a project in Scratch. If you don't know Scratch, it's basically a quote-unquote animation software. It's not really an animation software, but you can program pictures to move across the screen, essentially, and from that, I basically made and I think the project was about some historical figure, and I made a project about the ghost of Thomas Jefferson teaching us about his life or whatever. A little bit about his life. Not the controversial things, just the, hello, 3rd President of the United States of America. Here's a fun fact about me. There's a lot of unfun facts about him, though. I won't share them. Oh, you can very easily find them online. But we should not look through history with rose-colored glasses, necessarily. But, it was a 6th grade project. It got me a good grade, so we'll just leave it like that. The ghost of Thomas Jefferson gave me a good grade on the test. That's a bit of a... I forget the word, but I'm not gonna... Yeah, that's a bit of just a weird sentence to say, but let's move on for the sake of brownies. Right. Flower containers, huh? Pasting my finger. Flower containers. Containers for flowers? Bins? I'm assuming bins, not sure. Crib or pad for house. Slang for house. A crib, a pad, the music ended. Oh my gosh, I'm very unprepared for this. Music ended. So let's resume. Okay, music is back on the menu. Right, slang. Okay. Pants, informally. pants, like a singular? Would it just be singular? I don't know. Pants informally. Is there such an informal, trousers? Well, that's very formally for pants. I don't know. Company nickname Big Blue. IBS? I believe it's IBS. I'm not entirely sure where I've heard that, or why it's there, but we'll continue. Company name Big Brown. UPS, I'm assuming for shipping. What V stands for on a battery. Voltage, or volts. Okay. Big name in 1980s arcade games. Atari. Alright. We're getting somewhere. Suck up sort. Snob. Suck up sort is a snob. And a big red. Example? Gas? I don't know. Big red? That's something. Pants. Alright, let's go through the slides to make sure we have it correct. Sexual, we got that correct. Thomas Jefferson's UVA. Flower containers. Pots! Oh, that makes so much more sense. Like a flower pot. Lovely. Slang for Crip Hat House. I don't know. And IBS for company nickname Big Blue. Or IBM? Is it IBM? No, it's IBM. I'm sorry. I put IBS on instinct. Like, what was it? Irritable bowel syndrome? Irritable bowel syndrome? Why did I put that? I don't know why. But no, IBM, I believe, is nicknamed Big Blue. I believe they made the computer Deep Blue, which was a chess computer in the 90s that was the last chess computer that humans were able to beat. It was this huge thing with, what was it, Garry Kasparov versus Deep Blue? Oh man, it was such good history. If you're a fan of chess, I definitely recommend reading about it. It's very fun. But Big Red, I don't know. Let's assume it's a vowel. Gem? Like, Big Red Gem would be like a garnet? Big Red is an example of this. Would it be gem? Maybe, but we'll continue. Gum, or gim? No, I don't know. So what does this say? Pants, informally. Trousers. Trots? I don't know. I really don't know. I might have to reveal the square. But let me put a guess in at least. Big Red, trousers? Trouse? I'll put trot? Like, no. I'm gonna have to reveal the square. I don't know what it could be. That's just the worst. That is just the worst. We got gum. It was just gum. Trow? I need to be real with everyone. I need to be real with you. I understand they're called trousers, but I've never, not once in my entire life, not once in the entire unspecified amount of years I've been on this earth, have heard trousers or pants be referred to as, trow. I have never heard of it. I've never heard of it. Oh boy. Right. Anyway, we have to move on because the brownie might burn if I don't. I believe I had 40 minutes, but honestly, it might be a bit quicker than that because I was using a smaller pan. So I have to be very vigilant, very much checking up on it. And it's smelling nice, which is good and bad. Good because I want it to smell nice, and bad because it means it might be more done than I thought it was. So let's hurry up on to the connections. Right. Let us go. Sin. Maybe like a sign function, or maybe sin, as in like a original sin, or like a violation of nature, I guess, for something of sin like that. An evil, I guess. Secant. I'm thinking secant, like again, the trig function. And it might be trig functions, but we'll continue. Or sec, as in like a second. Sun. What is sun? Well, that's the big old star in the sky for us in the day. It is the Milky Way galaxy. No, not galaxy. I'm sorry. Galaxy's way bigger than this. It is our solar system star. For some reason, I confused solar system and galaxy. Please forgive me. But yes, sun. It could be that, or it could be a misspelling of son, one's male child. We'll continue. Tan. I'm thinking maybe a suntan, or I'm thinking maybe a tangent line, or tangent function going along with sine and secant. But we'll continue. Flash, I'm thinking Adobe Flash, like those Flash games that you might see that use Adobe Flash or whatever. Or Flash as in the superhero, or Flash as in to flash a light or something. Oh, I messed that up. That doesn't matter. Bots, I'm thinking bots in a video game, I'm thinking robots. Fall, I'm thinking to literally fall, or I'm thinking the autumn season. Came, I have arrived. I am here now. That's what I'm thinking of. Bit, I'm thinking maybe along the lines of 8-bit like video games, or a little part of. Buck, I'm thinking a deer, thinking the Milwaukee Bucks, or I'm thinking a dollar bill. Ken, oh my gosh, I have to mention this. I heard. Well, first of all, my first instinct was the Ken doll. But my second instinct was the LeBron James Ken doll, which will exist soon, if not already. I heard that LeBron James is the first, is it a real person? I don't know. But is getting adapted into a Ken doll, which boggles my mind. I guess Mattel and Barbie are alive and well after the Barbie movie. But yes. So what was the jokes I've heard? Like, LeKen James. And apparently he's a little bit taller than the average Ken. Which, very interesting. But yes, Ken, that's what I'm thinking of. Or, of course, the song. I'm just Ken. Anywhere else I'd be a 10. Oh man. Really deep. Really deep. Love that song. Love the Barbie movie. Very fun. Very pink. 10 out of 10. 10 out of, sorry, no, 10 out of 10. I have to say it, because it's there. But we'll continue. Stray, I'm thinking maybe stray cat, as in a stray cat that you'd find in like an alley or something. Maybe I'm thinking stray cat as the, the stand from JoJo Bizarre Adventure Part 4. The cat that creates air bubbles and fires them. It's JoJo's Bizarre Adventures are strange. If you've ever seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, there is no way I can really explain the weirdness of it. I can explain what it is, but it gets very strange. Very strange indeed. But a lot of things are named after popular bands and whatnot, but that's beside the point. We need to move on. Our brownies might get burned. Net. Net as in to net something, to catch something in total, to cheat, to own something. Like you would net a profit in gambling? No, that might be a bit, that's a bad way to phrase it, but it's along those lines. Or net as in total. Jiff, I'm thinking Jiffy, that's a unit of time. That goes along with second now that I think about it. A Jiffy is a very, very small unit of time. Forget the exact amount, editor will flash it on screen probably. But yes, it's a unit of time, or I'm thinking Jiffy, the brand of, what is it Jell-O? Jiffy Jello? I forget. Or Jif as in maybe just quickly. Error. I'm thinking error. An abbreviation for error. Spur. I'm thinking the Spurs. The San Antonio Spurs. Huh. Could be sports teams. We have the Bucks, and I didn't really... Oh, it might definitely be sports team, but we'll talk to it in a second. Oh, no, it definitely is. But yes. Actually, no, it's the last one. We can talk about it. The San Antonio Spurs... The Milwaukee Bucks, it's sports teams without the S's, the Brooklyn Nets, and the Phoenix Suns. Very clever, very coy, but is it it? It is! NBA player. Well, these aren't actually like player names. There would be more like teams names without the S. Huh, that's a really weird way to phrase the category. Oh, I keep scrolling up. I apologize. Right. And sine, tangent, secant, any other trigonometric functions. Error would be the answer of a calculator, but that would be on a calculator maybe. Not GIF, not bit, not flash, not bots, not fall, not can, not stray, not came. Unfortunately, no. Stray cat, maybe types of cats. Bot cat. Fall cat? No. Ken cat? No. Barbie related with Ken? I think of second. Jiffy. Just in a moment. In a bit. What's the last one? I believe this is it, but I need one more. In a flash. Do something quickly. In a jiff, in a bit. Yes. Okay. Oh, that's the yellow. That's nice to see. Alright, we are left with the green and the purple. Not the yellow and the purple, which we are usually left with. But we can continue. So it's not trigonometric functions. So sin might be an evil then. But these are all on a calculator, though, I would suppose. But would can, came, fall, bots, or stray be there? I'm not sure. Stray is to deviate. Let's see. Anything else that means to deviate? Not real. Sin could be a deviation. To fall, to like fall from grace. What else means to deviate? Deviate or stray towards the path. I can't use stray. Go towards the path of evil. To err. Okay, that actually fits. And that gets it. To do wrong. Then tan, can, came, and bots. What is this? Starts of African countries. Oh. I see. Huh. Wow. My geography is very poor, though, so I don't actually know all of them. I'm assuming tan is from Tanzania, Ken, Kenya, came from Cameroon, and bots. What is bots? Botswana? I'm not sure about that. I don't know that last one. But yes, that is wonderful. A clean little sweep of the New York Times connections. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Well, we have one more game, one more special little puzzle to enjoy, and today's extra little puzzle is none other than Chess.com's Daily Puzzle. Let us begin. Right, we are black, and we have to follow the forcing moves. Okay, that's the name of the game, that's what we'll say. Forcing moves are usually checks, captures, attacks, whatever you want to say. Okay, so what do we think? Well, let's look at checks first. Really, the only check we have is with the bishop and with the queen, going to this square and taking these two squares out for the king at minimum. Obviously, if we send the bishop there first, let's say, we'll do that. The king can move up, but then moving the bishop would be a discovered attack. Alright, well, let's think firstly. Let's think rationally. We're going to move the queen first. That's the most forcing move we have. And then our opponent has a few moves. Well, let's highlight the ones they can't do. Bang, 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 bang. That's what our opponent can't do. Going to G3 might be the best bet. Because if you go to... Well, actually, you have these three moves, I'd say. And what's wrong with each of them? Well, for starters, let's start with the easy... Oh, not the easy one, the obvious one. To F3. Discover check would probably be the most damning, I suppose. Or maybe not even discover check to H4, but rather to G5. That way to prevent this square. And if the king's there, then the only safe space for it would be to G3, followed by queen there mate. Right, that seems a pretty forcing set of moves, only if the king plays right into our hand. So let us think again. So the king can't go here, but rather these two moves it can consider. It can consider G3 and consider H2. Right. Well, let's see how H2 is wrong. Because if we go to F1 and the king goes to H2, we can just take with check, forcing the king back. We can add even another check, forcing the king back to the purple square, the H2 square, and what else can we do from there? We could set up a mate in a couple of moves, but nothing too crazy. For instance, maybe rook here. Oh, bishop there. We can only do if it's a check, otherwise we just get mated. So let's hold off on that move. Let's continue. There is the rook move, sorry, not the rook, the knight move, knight takes G4. Unfortunately, they just take back. It opens up this file. However, we don't have anything on that file. Forcing moves indeed. So what is the actual play here? Any other checks, captures, attacks that I'm missing? None that I can think of. Maybe... Well, here's the thing with the bishop. That just gives the king way too many options. Obviously, your ideal is if the king goes to, let's say, G1. That way, when we remove the bishop, it is a discovered check. However, there's no guarantee of that happening. No guarantee at all. No guarantee at all. So, let's just say the queen has to go here. That seems like the most sensible first move. Queen there, and that sends the king either to G2, to any one of these squares. Not really the F3 square, as we saw. That was devastating. Well, could still be, but it was quite devastating. Let's say... What actually do we want to say? Hypothetically, if the king goes to, let's say, G3, could we follow it by F4? If we do, and let's say, well, the king would be forced to take then, or go back to here, but to H2, but in which case we'd do F2 check, F1 check, and then F2 mate. So it's obviously not that. But let's say we send a check and the king takes. The king takes, then here, let me get rid of these two squares. Oh, actually, let me keep this one. This is check. This is check. The king is forced to move to here, to the G5 square. Right. In which case, what do we have there? Could be a queen move. Could drop the queen back to F whatever. To F6, and then that would force the king to take the knight. In which case, what do we have next? We have discovered check with the move of the pawn, which would require king, as you say, king H5. And from there, maybe this bishop could be the hero? Going to the E7 square. But that's just a trade. Granted, I am threatening checkmate. And then even when the king, let's say, checks me, I go up. Would have to probably take my rook. And then I would take, and that's just kind of completely winning. Now that I say about it. It's not mate, though. It's not mate. But I believe in it. So, I think we've disproved king G3, king F3. And then king to F2. That seems a bit more trivial. Because once the queen's here, we can just check. But that might be... but where's the mate there? That's the only thing I'm confused about. Where's the mate? Where's the devastation? That's just a free... Well... that's just a free piece. At this moment in time. Oh, whatever. We'll play it and we believe in it. Okay, good. It did not follow that path. I might check that line after. Okay. This is actually, according to our calculation entirely up until that point. What did I miss? I missed, well, like I said before, that wasn't mate. So, why don't we make it mate? Let's go from here. This move would force King takes pawn. King takes t6, which would be followed by Rook f6. And is that mate? No, it's not mate. No, it is mate. Oh my, I overlooked something so foolish. So foolish. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I can't believe I overlooked that. Oh man, that was so foolish of me. Great calculating though. That was some great calculating. But I also want to check the one line that I wasn't certain about. The one line I didn't see devastation in. So I clicked the little icon for analysis. Is it going to load though? Oh, it is. Should I show this? I can blur it if I need to. But analysis, let's just check that one line. What was in that line that I saw? Whoa, oh, actually, what? Oh yeah, like you see here, going down was, mate in 5, but going to, wait, was it just the top line of the engine? Yeah, H2 was the top line of the engine. That's what I figured. Oh! No wonder I couldn't see it. I couldn't see the well, I saw it was devastating, but I couldn't see the absolute crushing nature of it because there was no crushing nature of H2. Huh. I feel duped. I feel like I missed something, but no, I didn't miss anything. Granted, this is definitely losing for white, but it's not the devastation mate and whatever that we calculated. Wow, that is... Huh. Do I like that? Let me think. It was... Yeah. Because we calculated so much between G3 and F3 that H3 just being, well, let's hope he doesn't play it, and it being the top... Oh, yeah. I guess that was smart of us. We did figure that... We didn't actually... Well, we didn't figure anything. We just didn't really check the line too much. But, yeah, I guess it's okay. Well, okay is a stretch. Okay comparatively. But yes, the other lines were mate. The other lines were mate indeed. Right. That was wonderful. We did flub up the very easy mate. We did the hard part of the chess puzzle, but we did flub the easy part. Now, my brownie is almost done, and it's going to be delicious. I've been waiting for something so sweet, so savory for such a long while, and I am going to enjoy it. It is my treat for myself this week, and I will love it. And I encourage you to treat yourselves this week too. Whatever you can reasonably just enjoy, I suppose. Whether it be a snack like I'm eating, or maybe a fun game. Just spend time to take care of yourself. Right, no more big spiel today. I'm hungry, my brownie's almost done, and I guess I should bid you all adieu. Thank you all for watching, and as always, have a day. I hope it's a good one. See ya!